Welcome to this week's edition of David's Question of the Week. David, how does fiber connectivity help keep communities safe?
NM fiber plays a key role in keeping our communities safe. What we mean by that is in terms of 911 access, in terms of first responder access, in terms of, for example, something that's near and dear to our hearts here is fire and rescue type access. We had recently in our Ruidoso area just a huge wildfire that obviously went out of control, that took a long time to control, that in order for the people affected to be able to maintain their connection and grow their connection to the outside world, i.e. to be safe, we needed to make sure that that connectivity was there while the fires were raging, and after the fires died down and were controlled, we needed to make sure that that connectivity was going to be there in such a way that if there was another fiber, there was redundant connections out from that area so that safety wouldn't be compromised anymore. So the role that NM fiber plays in a situation like that is that role of the middle mile interconnection. We were able to make interconnections between the folks associated, whether that's 𝗪𝗲𝗲𝗀, which was at the forefront of the folks affected, or 𝗙𝗲𝗄𝗂𝗏𝗀𝗀, PVT helping, everyone that was involved and helping with that situation ultimately also helped play a role in creating the network that was resilient, that was dependable, that was gonna be able to keep communities safe by allowing them to maintain connectivity if such a catastrophe were ever to happen in the future. So that's the role that middle mile networks play, especially fiber networks like NM Fiber Network. In regards to safety, we make sure that there's that redundancy there, that there's that access. But the really neat thing about that is that NM Fiber isn't just that middle mile. What folks get by teaming up with NM Fiber Network is a connection to that cooperative philosophy. Every one of our member owners are cooperatives with deep community ties that allows us to leverage the networks that we are, the relationships that make up NM Fiber Network, and we're able to leverage those connections and relationships to provide immediate relief. In the case of that fire, there was emergency response type network that was put together through the leadership that 𝗪𝗲𝗲𝗀 brought to the table, and his interconnection with the folks around him, the cooperatives and other telcos around him, to the point where they were able to respond quickly, effectively, and were able to bring connection back to the affected areas very quickly. And post-connection restoration, they were able to come together and create a more resilient and more robust network because of those interconnections. And see, so that's the soft impact that a New Mexico fiber network has. That's perhaps different than other state networks, is the fact that we're made by the very same community in which we live, the very same community that we serve. We're a very vital and integral part of that community, and we take that and multiply it across all the other member owners to the point where, as a state network, you're not just getting that middle mile benefit that gives you that robustness, that gives you that protection, that redundancy and reliability. You're also getting those deep roots that each one of us has in our own respective community. And it's those roots that come to life when a tragedy like this wildfire hits, those roots that come out and breathe new life to the affected areas, like what happened there in Ruidoso with 𝗪𝗲𝗲𝗀 and everybody being affected. So yeah, NM Fiber Network plays an integral role in creating safe communities for ourselves, for our loved ones, for our community in general.
Connection fuels opportunity, and at NM Fiber Network, we're building the backbone that makes that possible. Thanks for joining us for David's Question of the Week. Until next time, stay connected, stay curious, and for more information, go now to nmfibernetwork.com.